Good evening. You will not see me just as yet, and I'll tell you why, because what I'm cooking today is from my favorite English food, one of my favorite, which is called shepherd's pie, but it has some touches of my own. For example, in the minced meat I use beef instead of lamb. Also I use red wine, about 30 ml, and also I use soya sauce instead of Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, and in the potato puree, mashed potato as you call it, that is gonna go on top of the mince. Yeah, I've used how do you call it? I'm trying to do this show, the whole of it in English, because I've changed some of the settings. I'll tell you later about it, because when I finish with this it has to go in the oven, so just to save time. Right, in the mashed potato I'm also having sprinkled grated cheese, something that is not so salty, and before it goes in the oven, on top of it I will grate some more cheese, but in a different form, like slightly bigger flakes, as you can call them, whereas the ones I've put after I boil the potatoes and mash them, it's like really grated. It's like it feels like it has the feeling that it looks like sand, but this one is gonna look more like flakes, and it's gonna give a nice ending to the top of the mashed potato. So there you go. It's shepherd's pie with a few added touches of through my my own cooking experiences. You will see me later on. Yeah, my name is the Count, cooks with music, cooks while music plays, actually. In Greek is komis magirevy meta ΜΟΥΣΙΚΗΣ, yeah, with a little bit of English accent. And hopefully I'll tell you about it in a minute. Well, let's see. I've got the Pyrex here. It is oven proof cooking utensil, cooking tray rather, and in this minced meat is onion. I put I grated some garlic as well. It's got tomato puree, also concentrated tomato juice, a little bit, and red wine. Yeah, and everything is going to go now in the bottom of that tray. What I'm doing now is to get any excess juices off, so it's gonna be I'm gonna leave some, but not a lot. Yeah, it needs a little bit of moisture, otherwise it's gonna stick to the bottom of it. So why English cuisine? Well, they're not famous for their cooking, but some of it, especially the home cooked, yeah, I've got to say that if you eat that in a cafe, it's gonna be horrible or maybe terrible, yeah. But if you eat it at somebody's home cooking, from the mom of a girlfriend or somebody who can cook proper English cuisine, yeah. Also I forgot to tell you, he's got some beef stock as well, you know, not a lot, but just a bit, just to give it a bit of flavor. And usually what they do, I'll tell you in a minute, let me finish with this, they like the oil or the moisture to come up at the corners and all around the edges of the pie. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to avoid that as much as I can, but I'm sure, because I'm doing this pretty quickly, I've missed some of it, so it might rise. It's not like the Greek pasticcio, you know, where I really drain everything so they won't come up and spoil the bechamel sauce. Yeah, it's not that kind of philosophy. The English don't mind that. They like it to be, you know, more. I'll show you this in a minute. So, switch off the thingy there, and I need some paper to clean. That's it. So, we're going to use a spatula to even this as much as we can. As you can see, if you can see, in the corners there are some moisture, yeah. So that's the bottom, all the mince, yeah. It's called shepherd's pie, traditional shepherd's pie with a few added touches of my own. In Greek is pita tu voskou, yes. So let me have a sip of my wine. You will see this later. I don't know if it's gonna reach my British friends. I'll tell you later what I've done. Now, well, I need a clean spatula, which is this one here. And I'm gonna put the potato, the mashed potato, on top, and hopefully stay there, it won't go underneath. I've made it pretty thick, not runny, so it can stay on top. But because it's not a sauce here, and I've got to admit, I haven't made this for more than 20 years, yeah. So I ask for your leniency as far as your comments is concerned, if it does reach England, because I don't know if it's going to. I'll tell you when let me put this in the oven, then I'll tell you what I've done, and then you'll see me as well, and then we'll play our music also. Bear in mind, it will need 15 minutes in the oven, yeah. So it's gonna be a longish video this time, longer than usual, because I thought this was gonna take 2-3 minutes, but I think it might have taken 8 to 10, yeah. So if you add the 15 in the oven, it's gonna be a longer one, a longer version. Still, doesn't matter, it happens all the time. So I'm trying to bring this all the way to cover the mince. And what they do, they take a fork and they make it like some lines all the way down, like the plowing the fields, yeah. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but the juices are already coming up. But this is the idea, that's how they like it. So, you know, it's not my fault. I was going to drain it and as even more, but obviously it would have taken so much more time, and even this is taking too long for my liking. And it's something I haven't done for, as I said, 20 years, so I don't know if it's gonna be, I mean, the ingredients are all wholesome, yeah, they're all bought by me under my supervision from supermarkets and the butchers. So, you know, now this is what I was telling you about the grated cheese on top. If it does reach England, and they see that, they might like it, or they might say, oh, you spoil our traditional shepherd's pie, why have you put this on this, on the other, you know. They might, I don't know. I'm sure if they try to make pasticcio, they probably do it in their own way, so, you know, 6 2/3 really. I do that not to spoil it, I do that to add some taste, you know. So there you go, this is going to go now in the oven. You're still here. It's gonna go in the oven and I'll set it for 15 minutes. And as you can see, what if you're listening to a slight noise, it's from the oven. I haven't put the air sucker up. I can't remember what it's called in English, so forgive me if I've done it wrong, you know. So, right. I'm gonna turn my laptop slowly because there are all so many wires and everything here, and I'm gonna tell you that this is not a sponsored video. I don't have a sponsor. There is no, how do you say it, product advertisement. Yeah. So what I do for my own benefit, and because I love cooking and I love music. And I'll tell you what I did today. I came across somebody who was asking a question about how she or he, I can't remember if it was female or male, how they were going to ensure more views and how can they reach more people in different countries. So the advice of YouTube, I think, or Google, I can't remember which was which, was to change the settings of the countries they want to reach or whatever. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. They said something about subtitles, but the survey showed that only 9.7% prefer to use what do you call it, to watch videos with subtitles. Some of them found them distracting, and their argument was that in a smartphone, because of the sound, it's better if you have subtitles, you know. But there again, people who are watching something, let's say in a train or in a bus, through their smartphones, they've got their earphones on, so there's no problem with the sound, you know. But still, so that goes about the subtitles. So I'm gonna speak English right through the whole of this video, or the Greek speak English anyway, they'll understand me. I've changed the settings to UK, to English language, and as far as language is concerned, and I've changed the country to UK. So I don't know if it's gonna reach more people or not, you know, or if it's gonna play havoc with my Greek videos, you know. So I don't really know. It's a gamble, but I wasn't looking for it. I just found it, so you know, I thought I'd try it. So for you who don't know me, or for you in England, if anybody from the past recognizes me, they can send me a message, you know. In the YouTube, the title is in Greek, yeah, Okomis magiredi meta musikis, yes, but also it says the Count cooks while music plays. But some people who tried to go to access it from abroad, they couldn't access it with the English title. So in my Facebook, when I finish a video, I publicize it, and if you click there, it can get you into the YouTube. Yeah. Now, I'm not after anything. I'm not after being rich or whatever. I don't know. There's no way I can be rich from this thing. But you know, it would be nice. I mean, if you see a granny from north of Greece, she has 1.5 million views because of some pie she made. Jesus, why can't I get more than 178, which was the maximum? You know, and only 4 or 5 people commenting, same people every time, and I thank them for that. But what about the rest of you? You can't have the last video had up to about an hour ago had 99 views, 99, but only the same 5 or 6 people wrote a comment underneath. You see, it's not like the Facebook. If you press like, you know, with the thumb up, it doesn't tell you who's done that. It's not like the Facebook or something else. Or and also they've changed the things that I don't know. They have 105, 106 subscribers. Very little, but still I don't know who they are because there's no list for them. It should be more helpful. So you know, like in Facebook, you know who are your friends, you know who pressed the heart, who clicked on the heart or on thumbs up or thumbs whatever on, or the little guy that cries. He's got their name on it. But in this one, it doesn't. So that's what I'm trying to maintain, and perhaps reach a higher, a bigger audience, you know. And I've lost touch with a few friends in England, and which I'd like to say hello and greet them if I can. Especially my friend Anna Holtz, if you ever see this, from Tutinbeck. In her flat, I know she's married now with children. We were very, 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 very good friends. It was like my bestie, as you can say. And in her flat, I left a small blue suitcase that contains so many mementos, tickets from concerts, photos from concerts, Bauhaus, Susie, Cure, all of those in the very beginnings, yeah, Sex Pistols, Clash, all those. I left it because, well, it's not so small, but it's not a very big one. But because when I moved, I had so much luggage, I thought I had to leave something behind, and I was sure I would get it later, but I lost touch with Anna. She moved. I tried to find her. I even wrote a letter to the Tutinbeck newspaper. There's a local newspaper there. I haven't heard from her, so you know, I think she used to know my mother's address. She never wrote or anything, so I don't know if my suitcase still exists, but it's so full of mementos. It has a framed photograph of my father, who I lost a few years back, and he wrote something at the back of it, and that's a huge memento to have back. So there you go. I'm saying all this because I'm waiting for the shepherd's pies to cook in the oven. Yeah. In the meantime, raise a toast to your Gothic host. Yeah. Be healthy, be safe, be goth if you can, or dark and goth. It's time for our song, isn't it? Let me find it, because it's going to be a little bit hard. I've changed the whole thing today, so bear with me. one of my favorite songs from The Cure, Other Voices. Not the usual primary, a forest. I hope the sound comes out, is coming through okay. What can you say about The Cure? Masterpieces of songs. If you look at the back, I have that thing there. It's Kings and Queens of England, from beginning until Queen Elizabeth. I've taken a photo because this, you can see it up like the lopsided, I don't know how to call it. You will see the different kind of way. And at the back is the Alchemy Acolyte poster. That's a poster as well, but I framed it. The Cure and Other Voices. Because of the title, the Count cooks while music plays. It's just one song. Of course, I don't know the rights, I don't know anything. It's just the concept of the cooking. I'll shut up just to hear it, and then we'll speak again. Oh. Sorry. Supposed to turn the volume up, and of course I did a doogie, how do you call it? So it's gonna start again at the beginning. Still, we have time. It needs another 5 minutes. Let me check. Wow. All around the edges, it's doing exactly what the English wanted to do. All the oil has come up all around the edges. You will see it afterwards. But obviously it needs to rest 10-15 minutes before you cut it. But it's not going to be one big block like in pasticcio or moussaka, yeah? Because of the mince and the mashed potato. It's going to be all over the place. But that's the beauty of it. That's how you eat it. Again, Other Voices. One of my favorite bands. I've seen them so many times in England. But cheers. Minutes. That was it, the cure. Other voices, heard it a time and a half because of the little mistake I made trying to turn the volume up, and obviously I pressed the wrong button and it started again from the beginning before it went to the next song. And still waiting for the pie to come to be ready. What else I was gonna say? I was gonna say that depending on how this turns out, I don't know if I can continue to do the cooking just in English, but still I will try. Let me think what I must forgot to have if I forgot to tell you anything about the recipe. It's not a recipe, it's what I've eaten, and it's pretty simple. Yeah, you boil the potatoes, you peel them, you boil them, you squash them to make the mash, and they usually put a little bit of butter and a lot of butter, about 100 grams, but I don't put butter in it. You know, I put a little bit of very light margarine and light cream, 12% I think, not a lot, just about like maybe 30 ml. And I was going to, but I forgot to put nutmeg, but it doesn't matter. It's you can put it if you like. And that's it about the mashed potato. The rest is mince meat. You need one big onion or two smaller, one big and a smaller one. I put garlic in it. You don't have to if you don't want to. Two cloves of garlic, which I grate them. I grate it. I don't put the whole in it. I don't put the whole garlic in the mince. And what else do I do? Carrots, 2 or 3 carrots. You boil them and you cut them in tiny pieces. Mince meat or lamb. In England they use lamb or mince. I don't know. I chose mince meat. And what else? A little bit of oil, sunflower oil, olive oil, whatever you like. Salt, pepper, and some beef stock. I didn't use a lot. I used about 50 ml, so I wouldn't be so much liquid. But as you can see, I haven't avoided that. And let's see. Yeah, I think it's getting there. And I managed to do this in 30. Oh, that's great. 30 minutes. I will show you in a minute. What I want to do is finish the recipe. What was it? Carrots. Yes, I put 3 spoonfuls of soya sauce instead of Worcester sauce, and that's it really. And wine, about 30 ml of red wine. That's my personal touches, and I hope you like it. If you cook it and you taste it, I hope you like it. You will not find the recipe written underneath because it takes too long, and I've got other things to do. It takes too long. If anybody wants, I mean, shepherd's pie, if you in England you know how to make it, but anybody in Greece or something who wants to make it, and wants any of the recipes I've done, any of the dishes I've done, which are more exotic, Chinese, from Thailand, from Cuba, from Portugal, from India, lots of Indian dishes. If somebody likes to make a dish, to cook it, and she or he hasn't understood something, they can also send me a message, and I put them right. I send them a message back with the correct quantities or ways to cook it or whatever. So I'm gonna raise my goblet again. For you who hasn't seen it before, it says one poison drives out another, which it's allegoric. Yeah, it means that if you drink a lot, it's like a poison. Yeah, you poison yourself, but it makes you forget some troubles you had. That's the other poison. So really, drink less and don't overdo it. So I hope you like this different approach to the show. I will turn this again for a while, for a couple of minutes, just to show you what I've cooked today, and then I'll turn it back again just to say goodbye. Yeah. So let's take this over here. Let's see where the cursor is. All right. Well, I need gloves to take it out of the oven because it's gonna be scorching hot. I don't know how I can do this with my rings. Bear in mind. Give me a second. Take my rings out. And the reason is because I know you can hear me from afar, but can be helped. And also remind you that there's no editing to the video, yeah? It's just one take. It's amateur, it's not professional, and as I said, there's no sponsors. I do it for my own benefit, because I love cooking and I love international cooking. So it's come out pretty well. Well, don't tell me that's not exquisite. There you go. Shepherd's pie, made in Greece. 90% English, 10% Greek. Yeah. So I love other foods. I love my other favorites are mostly sweet desserts rather. Apple pie and custard, apple crumble. I quite like roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. Not the Yorkshire pudding so much, but I hate to make gravy with oxo. Please, I hope you've overcome that bloody oxo, you know. Let me shine the light over here so you can see it better. Right, okay. But I try to avoid making sweets because I haven't tried it, obviously. And so is that okay? Oh, that looks great. Did you see my goblets and my things here? You will see them on the photographs I will take later. Yeah. And you will see the whole scenery, because it's not just cooking, you know, it's cooking in a different way and with different background and everything. So I'm gonna leave you here. 35 minutes, that's quite long, but it's I think it went very quickly. Thank you for watching. Please send me your comments. I hope I reached England or some other countries at least, and I haven't avoided Greece completely, you know, because that was one of my concerns. Having changed the settings, will it still be shown properly in Greece, I mean, you know. So raise a toast to your Gothic host. I think that's season 2, episode 11 or 12. You can kill me, I can't remember. Stay dark, stay healthy, stay goth. Cheers, see you soon. Waiting to hear from you. Love to hear your comments. And for my Greek friends, please come and see me in the shop. Say hello. It's not a crime, yeah? just being friendly. Have a lovely Sunday, whatever you do. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be good. If you can't be good, be careful.